Welcome, true crime lovers. Today, we're diving into a chilling tale of murder, betrayal, and family feuds that unfolded in the serene town of Wingene, Belgium. This is the story of Stijn Saelens, a successful businessman whose life ended in a shocking and gruesome murder that captivated the nation. Buckle up as we unravel the dark secrets behind this infamous case and discover how a seemingly perfect life unraveled into a tragic nightmare. Our story begins in a picturesque castle nestled in the tranquil countryside of Wingene. This grand estate was home to Stijn Saelens, a man who seemed to have it all: a successful career, a beautiful family, and a life of luxury. The castle, with its sprawling grounds and elegant architecture, was the epitome of opulence and success. Stijn was not just any businessman, he was a prominent figure in the community, admired for his achievements and respected for his affable nature. Yet, behind the facade of wealth and happiness lay a brewing storm that would soon erupt into violence. In January 2012, the peace of this idyllic setting was shattered when Stijn Saelens disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence sent shockwaves through the community, leaving friends and family in a state of bewilderment and concern. The disappearance of such a well-known figure was unusual and unsettling. As days turned into weeks, the urgency to locate Stijn intensified, with local authorities and volunteers conducting an exhaustive search for any signs of the missing businessman. The investigation into Stijn's disappearance soon revealed a grim and shocking twist. Authorities uncovered Stijn's body buried in a shallow grave near his castle. The discovery that he had been murdered turned what initially appeared to be a missing person case into a full-blown homicide investigation. The revelation that Stijn had met such a violent end added layers of complexity and horror to the case. Questions quickly emerged. Who could have wanted Stijn dead? What motivated such a brutal act? As detectives delved deeper into Stijn's life, they uncovered a tangled web of family drama and financial disputes. This deeper investigation revealed simmering tensions between Stijn and his father-in-law, André Gyselbrecht, which had been brewing for years. The family's complex dynamics, coupled with long-standing financial disagreements, provided a backdrop of animosity and conflict. Detectives soon discovered that these seemingly mundane issues were the catalyst for a deadly plot. The revelation of André's involvement in the murder stunned the nation. How could a family feud escalate to such horrific violence? The details of the plot were as chilling as they were intricate. André, driven by deep-seated grievances and a desire for control, orchestrated the murder of his son-in-law. He enlisted the help of Pierre Serry, a notorious criminal known for his involvement in organized crime. Serry, in turn, reached out to Evert de Klerk, a Dutch criminal with connections to a network of hitmen. The plan was meticulously crafted, involving several layers of criminal activity. André hired hitmen to carry out the murder, promising them a substantial sum for their services. However, the plot, which seemed carefully planned, began to unravel as the hitmen's actions left a trail of evidence. Their movements and communications were eventually traced back to André and his co-conspirators, revealing the extent of the conspiracy. The trial that followed was a dramatic affair, drawing immense public interest and media coverage. In the courtroom, the prosecution presented a compelling case, detailing the evidence that pointed to André as the mastermind behind the murder. They painted a picture of a man consumed by greed and hatred, willing to go to extreme lengths to achieve his goals. André's defense team attempted to argue that he was a victim of circumstance, pushed to the edge by Stijn's alleged behavior. However, the jury remained unconvinced by these claims. In the end, André Gyselbrecht was convicted of orchestrating the murder of his son-in-law. His accomplices, including Pierre Serry and Evert de Klerk, were also found guilty and sentenced for their roles in the crime. The verdict provided some measure of closure for Stijn's family, but the impact of the murder left lasting scars. The case was a stark reminder of the destructive power of family conflicts, and the extent to which personal grievances can lead to unspeakable violence. The murder of Stijn Saelens serves as a haunting example of how familial tensions and financial disputes can escalate into violent crime. It highlights the destructive nature of greed and betrayal and the devastating effects such actions can have on those involved. As true crime enthusiasts, we are drawn to these stories not just for their shocking details, but for the deeper human drama that they reveal. The aftermath of the trial saw André Gyselbrecht sentenced to 21 years in prison, a sentence that was later reduced from an initial 27 years on appeal. His role as the orchestrator of the murder was clear, but the complexity of the case extended beyond his actions. The involvement of multiple parties, including Pierre Serry and the Dutch criminal Evert de Klerk, highlighted a network of criminal collaboration that was both sophisticated and chilling. In the years following the conviction, André Gyselbrecht applied for early release, citing his time served since 2012 when he was first taken into custody. His application was controversial, sparking debates about justice and the rehabilitation of convicted criminals. Despite the gravity of his crime, André was described as a model prisoner, which played a role in considerations for his release under house arrest with electronic monitoring. The case also spurred significant media attention, leading to the production of documentaries and extensive news coverage. The public's fascination with the Castle murder, as it became known, was fueled by the dramatic elements of the story: a wealthy family, a picturesque setting, and a murder plot that seemed ripped from the pages of a crime novel. The media's portrayal of the case kept it in the public eye, ensuring that the story of Stijn Saelens remained a topic of discussion long after the trial concluded. As we reflect on this case, it serves as a reminder of the importance of addressing conflicts before they escalate into violence. The tragedy of Stijn Saelens' murder underscores the need for open communication and resolution within families, especially when financial and personal disputes arise. It also highlights the role of justice systems in balancing punishment with opportunities for rehabilitation, a topic that continues to provoke debate in legal and public spheres. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of Belgium's most notorious murder cases. The story of Stijn Saelens is a chilling reminder of how hidden conflicts can lead to catastrophic outcomes. As we reflect on this case, let's remember the importance of addressing conflicts before they escalate and the need to seek justice for those affected by such tragedies. Stay tuned for more gripping true crime stories. And remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth.